The next part, strategic planning for the club using mind mapping tools. How many of you have heard of mind mapping? And who's the name associated with mind mapping? مش بوز واحد يعني بوزان. Okay, so we have, don't, you did off the record. Tony Bozan has developed a nice tool called mind mapping. Now to start, let me show you an example of mind mapping. I think some of you are already on my Facebook, are friends with me on Facebook, right? So for those of you who are already on Facebook, they must have seen this mind map. See, like most of us here in the room, I'm overweight. So I want to do a diet desperately, and it's not working. I don't know why. So in Ramadan, which is a hibernation month for people like me, trainers, consultants, I just sit at home and sleep. What I did, I actually bought the license for the iMindMap software. There's a software called iMindMap, and I bought the license for it, and I started using it to organize some of my ideas. One idea I had, how to approach diet. It's not only food, it's the timing, the exercise, the motivation, and so on. And for each one, for each main idea, there are sub-ideas, and sub-ideas, and so on. Now this is a simple approach for my diet, which is definitely not simple. But what I did, since I have a company called Star Consulting, I thought, I work in human resources development. I've been working in human resources development for so many years. And I thought it's about time to present what I do in that company. So basically, if I am to look at one main idea, one dimension, youth initiatives and partnerships. And here we have a youth empowerment forum, which is usually 2 to 3 days, 120 to 150 youth, and they attend, and what we do, we talk about participation, analysis, planning, and so on. So that tool helped me in bringing together a number of ideas and projects that I've been working on in my company. So how can we use this in Toastmasters? What's the core thing here? For the simplicity, or for the sake of this session, it's basically for the club. So here, let's put the club. So it's Saihat Toastmasters Club. And to be very specific, let's say for the year 2012, 2013. For our district governor, this could be District 79 for the year 2012-2013. And if our district governor plays it right, it could be from 2012 to 2099. You will be voted again, and again, and again. Okay. So that's the core objective of this mind map. The club, the success of the club. So anybody can share with me what are the key components for a successful club?
Educational program.
Education.
Members.
Okay. Wait. Members.
Officers.
Wait, and you said something about
Commitment.
commitment or committed members.
Officers.
Officers. Are they like the club leadership or the type of members?
Leaders. Types of members.
Let's say type of members. Officers.
Accomplishments.
In what area? In education? In education as in speeches? Contest? Oh no, let's have contest as a different branch. So, I don't want to impose certain things because it's very diverse. But what I want you to do is to analyze with me one branch and we can build on it. Let's look at education, speeches. How many speeches should be in a meeting? Three? 3 to 4. Usually 3 is a magical number, especially when you have table topics and educational portion and fun portion. It's a full-fledged meeting. How many times does your club meet? Weekly. So you have how many meetings in 1 year?
Around 50, because we will remove holidays.
And Ramadan?
Ramadan 50.
Some of Ramadan.
Okay. So let's say, even in Ramadan, maybe you would do a social event, or after Ramadan you would try to compensate one of the meetings. Let's say you have, of course it should go somewhere, 48 meetings. And you have 3 speakers. How many members do you have in the club?
Let's say 20.
At least 20. At least 20, because that's the membership strings. 20 members. Now let's do a budgeting for the speeches. So how many speeches you have in total? If you have 3 speakers every meeting, 48 by 3. قديش؟ خليها 4. 4 by 48. 196. 193. 192. Okay. It's 192. ولا لا؟ 4. ليش 4؟ 4 في 8 32 باليد اوكي خلاص. So 192 speeches in 1 year. Lots of speeches, right?
Yes.
Too many speeches. But by the way, not enough. Why? Let's say you have 20 new speakers, and that's beautiful for a new club. 20 new members, 20 new speakers. Already, for all members, they should present, and trust me, there's at least 2 speeches. An icebreaker in the first few months, and 1 speech somewhere down the line. So 2 by 20, that's 40. As a club who wants to achieve educational awards, you need what we call the DCP champions, Distinguished Club Program champions. And for season members, what are the DCP points?
10 speeches.
2 CCs and 2 more CCs. So for each CC, you need 10 speeches. So 10 by 4, that's already 40. And of course, 2 of them, or 4 of them presented 8, so 40 minus 8. Imagine, already we're just planning and we have almost half the speeches budgeted are blocked. They should be scheduled now and they should commit to that. Advanced speakers, 1 advanced and 1 more, 2 advanced, so that's 20 more. And these are definitely speakers who are advanced, not from the basic. So 20 more speeches for the advanced. So we already have 100 speeches blocked in the schedule. Once you do this, يا ويله اللي بيعتذروا بالغيب. Those who block a speaking portion for a DCP champion, we have lots of members by the second half of the year. They say, how come this person is speaking every month or every other meeting? We say because this person is committed to being a DCP champion, to help us gain points at the club level. And you say, but he's not committed. I want to be a DCP champion. There are some new members who come in the club later on in November or December and they say, I want to be the DCP champion. I can speak every meeting if you want. And you cannot stop them. You cannot say it's not healthy. This is not the Toastmasters spirit. I just hate this. The closest thing I got to a Toastmaster spirit is in a glass, small glass with some spirit in it, but it wasn't Toastmaster spirit. See, the thing is, many people use such terminology to impose certain plans. Any enthusiastic member who wants to speak should be given the opportunity to speak. But of course, there are certain guidelines, such as an active member, one meeting, speaker, one meeting, evaluator, one meeting, another role. Evaluator and something else, like another role, a leadership role from the CL, for the CL manual. Because you have to do different roles to achieve other awards. So back to mind mapping. Now I know that educational awards, speeches, I have up to 192 speeches. I already have scheduled icebreaker and speech number 2, 44 DCP champions, the CCs, and 20 for the advanced. And I should be giving speeches to different members. And I should anticipate that we are expecting, now these are for the current members. How many new members do we expect in the year? That's another DCP point.
Minimum 6.
12.
The year 12.
One and one.
From the DCP.
10.
4 plus 4. So we already have a minimum of 8 new members. That's a minimum to achieve 2 DCP points. But there is another magical number which is 15. 5 for the Smedley Award, 5 for the Talk Up Toastmasters, and 5 for Beat the Clock. There are awards in membership in Toastmasters, for those of you who don't know, 2 months in the year, like the first 2 months, some 2 months in the middle, and the last 2 months, where if you get 5 or more members, you get a ribbon for the club banner. So it means if you are aiming as a VP membership, who's the VP membership? If you're aiming to get these awards, so you shouldn't look at 8 new members, you should look at 15 new members. Now for 15 new members, definitely they need 15 icebreakers. You add this here. See, the membership goal is reflecting on the educational goal. Both of them should be put together on one main platform, one main sheet. That's why we use mind mapping. And by the way, mind mapping doesn't need to be something that is that organic. This can be, for me, I used to use a simple Word file where you have education awards 1.1, A, B, and C. 2. So this can be your mind map. Another way of mind mapping is the organizational structure type. A simple diagram, which can be used in Word, PowerPoint. So to do mind mapping, it doesn't mean you should use the I mind map, something that is organic. But you use that to sketch your ideas. And then you prepare your success plan, your work plan for the coming 12 months. Are 12 months enough to achieve these big goals?
No, definitely not. You'll need more years.
Not, of course, now as a person to develop, you need more years. But yes, 12 months have proven to be enough to achieve lots of interesting goals. I always tell that to the Arabized view of leadership. When we first wanted to establish an Arabic club, the first and the only Arabic club in Jordan, we brought all the people, the guests who came in once, and they didn't like that it was all English all the time. Okay, so what we did, we got those guests back, and we said, now is the time to establish an Arabic club. Did you know the first thing that they objected to? Why 1 year of leadership? Why not 3? 1 year is not enough. Let's have 3 years as president, VP Education, VP. And I said, well, it has been proven for 85 years back then, or 80 something years, and now it's almost 90 years, in Toastmasters, that 6 months for a club that meets every week, or 12 months for a club that meets twice a month, are more than enough to budget in speeches and conduct successful meetings. Now, interesting enough, 20 members in every club, right?
Yes.
But not every club meets 48 meetings. Most of them meet 24 meetings. So imagine they have half this number and they already have 40, 40, 20, and 15. So they are definitely out of spaces to speak. Any questions? My recommendation for a new club to sit together as executive committee first, then with members, then form subcommittees for membership education, put together the ideas, experienced members remind people of DCP points, of different factors, and put a nice plan and apply it. Planning, failing to plan is planning to fail. Other questions? Any ideas? Shall we move to the next part?
Yes.
How are we doing on time?
9 o'clock right now.
So, I mean, the fourth session should start when?
No.
We are already late.